going on, Jerome's? Justin freaking Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the National Football League. Is in line to get paid, and the Vikings need to keep him for a long time. But unfortunately, his lingering hamstring issue, now going on 7 games, it really sucks because I think JJ was primed to have a monster season, but the Vikings have, frankly, in a weird way, benefited from the next man up mentality. And whether it's him, whether it's Kirk Cousins, the Vikings have rolled with the punches and they continue to play good football. And obviously, it would still greatly benefit the Vikes to have JJ back in the lineup. But it's up in the air if that's going to be Monday night before the bye week against the Bears. Adam Schefter, ESPN. Vikings are listing wide receiver Justin Jefferson as questionable for Monday night's game versus the Bears. Now, this would be the 3rd straight game that they've listed him as questionable. He was eligible to return against the Saints. He was downgraded right before the start of the game. And I don't know, I feel like adding up what Kevin O'Connell has said about JJ this week, notably, we know that having Justin Jefferson out there gives us the best chance to win. But the big picture with this player, he means the absolute world to me in this organization. We're going to do what's best for him, head coach Kevin O'Connell. Now, with hamstrings and guys as uber competitive as JJ, I mean, you have to protect them from themselves, right? And with hamstrings, they're listed as a 4 to 6 week injury. Can they take longer if they're more severe? Yes. Can they take less time if they're less severe? Sure. But getting JJ back at 100%, here's the thing too. When JJ returns to the field this year, he's not going to be at 80%. He's not going to be at 90%. He will be 100%, that dude that he was. Because honestly, I think that they want to see him go full bore in practice for a full week. Now, they did with him on Friday. Was hitting top speed out there, and there's ways that they track all that stuff. So JJ was getting after it on Friday, and by all reports, his body recovered sufficiently for Saturday walkthrough. So hopefully that it means that he will be returning. Now, could it be a spot where JJ is like a decoy against the Bears on Monday night? But we will know today because the Vikings, if they are going to activate him, do need to add him to the 53-man rooster today. And if not, I mean, they won't. So we'll see. But could they have him active against the Bears as a decoy? Could he play a small package of plays? I think it's unlikely. I think he either plays 100% or he sits. And I'm frankly fine either way. If he's 100%, that's great. I mean, it should be all hands on deck for this Bears game because the Vikings need to go into the bye at 7-5. The Vikings need to be 7-2 in conference play after Monday night's skirmish with the crooked Chicago Bears. But also, if he has to sit, he has to sit, and then give him an extra full week, get him ready for December 10th, Week 14 at the Raiders. And the Vikings offense. So the Vikings offense with JJ, they're actually averaging fewer offensive points per game, and they did have a higher number of passing yards. Now, you could say that the points per game has gone up because sometimes it takes offenses writ large to settle into the season. Sure, you could also point at the caliber of opponent that the Vikings are playing in the middle stretch versus the beginning of the season, sure. And also you could say that passing yards are down because it is Josh Dobbs in versus Kirk Cousins, who was absolutely cooking with gas, man, before he got hurt. But also, it is important to note that the Vikings and Bears game in Week 6 was a pretty near-run thing. And frankly, if Tyson Bagent had played the whole game, I do think that the Bears win. And in that game against the Bears was the first full game without Justin Jefferson, and the Vikings only had 12 offensive points. It did have that one defensive touchdown, which was the difference. 220 total yards of offense, 174 passing yards, which is not good. It's no bueno. And only one passing touchdown. So, I mean, Jalen Johnson and the Bears, I mean, they can get after it. And Eberflus is the IKEA toilet, but being in division, familiarity does certainly help their cause. When it happens, it happens. And obviously getting him back at 100%, so it greatly reduces the chance of him re-injuring himself, and then he'd be lost for the whole year. I'm down for it. I understand fans are champing at the bit to get him back. I understand that fantasy football jabronis are sending JJ nasty DMs. He's sort of getting sick of it, but knock it off. Honestly, if you can't survive an injury to one of your wide receivers, if you're not scouring the waiver wire and picking up Josh Downs or Tank Dell, you deserve to lose, and you're bad at fantasy football anyway. So there you go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Justin Jefferson listed as questionable for the third straight game. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. On support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.